4 o'clock, though, the National Weather Service is in Hunt County today surveying damage from yesterday's storms.
Late this afternoon, that survey team reporting back the damage in Greenville is the result of straight line winds, not a tornado. The damage still extensive nonetheless. We have team coverage this afternoon, beginning with CBS 11's JD Miles in Greenville's historic downtown, where cleanup is underway. JD?
Gilma, even a storm without a tornado can cause a lot of damage. As you can see, this is one of the roofs blown off of a building in the historic town square. One of many like this. There's a power line among it that's mangled in here. Fortunately, none of these businesses suffered damage on the inside. It's all exterior damage, but many remain closed because there's so much debris blocking the streets and widespread power outages. There are as many as a dozen businesses with torn off roofs, including an auto repair shop, a farmer's market, and a restaurant. Some of the most significant damage happened to the Highland Terrace Baptist Church. That's about 2 miles outside of downtown. The roof collapsed in several places, including the preschool room. The church was just about to hold a Wednesday evening service, but the pastor canceled it at the last minute. It's a decision he credits to divine intervention.
Well, I tell you, it was a funny feeling because about 5:30, everything was normal. Without hesitation, we all decided together, we better tell everybody to stay home. Thank the Lord we did, because in 25 minutes, we didn't have a church anymore in terms of the building.
Now, because of all these down power lines, there are about 2,200 people still without power, but no serious injuries that we know of. Coming up at 5, we'll talk to some of these business owners about why they're still trying to stay open even though they have no power. It's because they have to. Also, the big question is, why wasn't this considered a tornado? For that answer and more, let's go to Chief Meteorologist Scott Pageant, who is live here in Greenville with that answer and a look at more damage. Scott.
Thanks, JD. And again, you can see a lot of damage, a lot of tree damage here. The very large tree branches down. We've been talking about this and seeing this across town as these storms push their way on in. And as they moved in, yes, confirmed not a tornado, but more straight line winds. And it's because of the rear flank downdraft. We'll talk more about that coming up right around 4:30. But you can see extensive damage here. I'm on the roof, actually, of this 10,000 square foot storage shed, this warehouse that's been here and housing a bunch of different community volunteer areas and volunteer groups. And so one of these groups that was on this end right here, they created and built about 300 wheelchair ramps for the community. This is where they were. You can still see some of the ramps here underneath the roof as it has collapsed. So that was kind of some of the structure that they were using there. But all of this coming down pretty much in one solid sheet from one direction to the other because of those straight line winds. So thankfully nobody was injured here, but a lot of damage to clean up. And coming up at 4:30, I'm really going to explain and show you the dynamics of the atmosphere that cause these winds to come rushing down to the surface and then cause all of this damage here in Greenville. We'll have more about that at 4:30. Ken, Gilma?
All right, Scott, we'll check back in with you in a little bit. Thank you.